So, you're finally getting interested in 3D animation. Maybe you just got into motion design, maybe you've been doing it for a while, and at some point someone has told you just use Blender, it's free. And then someone else told you Cinema4D is what the pros use. And now, you're stuck trying to figure out whether dropping money on a subscription actually matters or you're just paying for a logo on a splash screen. Well, I've used both. I run a creative studio where our contractors are split between platforms, so here's the real answer.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Mic cord swinging, get your head shot. Point blank, dead stop. 16 bombs in a headlock.
Let's get the obvious thing out of the way first. Blender is free, Cinema4D is not. That's the real difference, and I'm not gonna pretend like it isn't. If you're a student, if you're just starting out, if you're building your skills before making real money, Blender removes that barrier that holds a lot of people back. That matters. But the conversation people keep having is about which software is better, and it's almost always the wrong conversation.
Way too locked in, I don't see another option. Grew up chopping, full denim suit rocking. I got 100 dogs on the leash, time to let them go. 1,000 hands in the crowd, we can make them all.
Because the output of both tools in the hands of a skilled person can look identical. I've seen Blender renders that made my jaw drop, but I've also seen Cinema4D work that looked like it was made in 2002. Well, to be honest, I've seen both of them give me those reactions each, but the software's not the ceiling. Your skill is the ceiling. So if that is true, then why does the choice even matter?
Stick up, stick up, stick up, stick up, whoa. Get up, get up, get up, get up, go.
Because it's not really about the software, it's about the industry you want to work in. So here's where it actually gets important. If your goal is to freelance independently, work on your own projects, or work with a small team, Blender is genuinely a great choice. You can produce professional work, build a portfolio, and even land clients without even paying for a subscription at all. That is the truth. But if your goal is to get hired by a broadcast studio or a major network or a large production company, you need to understand something. A lot of those pipelines are already built in Cinema4D, and they've been that way for years. Switching pipeline costs money, time. It also is a big risk. And studios don't rebuild their pipeline because a better tool came out. They rebuild it when they have no other choice. And I can tell you from direct experience working in broadcast motion graphics, WWE, for instance, uses Cinema4D and Octane Render. Nickelodeon runs Cinema4D with Arnold Render. And I know people at CNN who work with C4D and Redshift, which is personally my favorite combination. Now, these aren't small operations with flexible pipelines. As you can tell by the list that I just gave you, these are organizations with years of project files, trained artists on those established workflows, all inside of the C4D ecosystem.
Catch a breath, but breathing it in, and drumming out the noise, but it's trickling in. Keep it guessing. I wonder if you know.
There's also a licensing piece people don't talk about enough. Blender is open source, of course, which is incredible, but some larger productions get cautious around open source licensing in professional environments. Not because there's an actual legal problem, but because large organizations have legal teams that ask questions like, it's free and open source, and sometimes it creates hesitation, at the enterprise level, of course. But that's changing, because Blender is becoming more accepted day by day in larger productions, but that caution still exists in certain corners of the industry.
World going around, I'm letting it spin. Light is coming down and it colors your skin. I'ma take a drive to the unknown.
So why do all these broadcast studios love Cinema4D? Well, C4D was built with animators and motion designers in mind from the ground up. The way the keyframing works, the motion graphic tool set, the way it plays in After Effects through Cineware, all of it was designed to make broadcast motion graphics faster to produce. That's not an opinion. That's why it became industry standard in broadcast television and commercial production before Blender was even on most studios' radars. That said, Blender has closed the gap significantly. The geometry node system alone has changed what's possible for procedural motion graphics inside of Blender. Let's give the props where they're due. It's not a lesser tool, it's just a different one with a different history. So here's what I really think about this conversation. The question is not which software is better, which we've clearly laid out in this video. The question is, what do you want your career to look like?